I was sitting in college earlier next to a girl called Chloe, and for some reason we were discussing, this is going to sound very strange out of context, but we were discussing death by blowjob. If, for example, if the girl or a boy, whatever you're into, choked on the man's dick, and she said to me, if a girl was giving you a blowjob and you felt her choking, would you stop? And I was like, no. I'd grab her fucking head and start thrusting even harder. Obviously. What else are you going to do? If you hear a girl going, that's a good noise, right? Just carry on. It's fine. But then that got me thinking about something, a bit more serious. About the capability for human beings to commit atrocities. Not that choking a girl to death with your dick is an atrocity, right? I mean, it comes with a risk. But I read a news story recently, link below, about a man who killed his 2 kids because his wife left him. And yeah, this is horrible and abhorrent and really bad, and he shouldn't have done it. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, I don't give a shit. Yeah, it's bad. Fine, I understand. I may sound callous and cold, but that's just because I am callous and cold, and I could not care less. I mean, I understand objectively why it's bad. Sure, yeah, killing's bad, I know that. But on an emotional, like a visceral level, nah, don't really give a shit, to be honest. But yeah, I was reading this news story, and it got me thinking, like, under what circumstances could I commit certain things? For example, murder. Like, self-defense, yeah, of course I could commit murder. I'm pretty sure I could commit murder under self-defense. I'm pretty sure most people could. But, like, I was thinking, like, what if I was with a girl that I really loved, and I'd been with her for a long time, and she left me? Would I be capable of it then? Do I have that inside of me? Whoever's watching this, ask yourself that. Do you have that inside of you? Then even scarier, like little things, like you're sitting in a restaurant, and the waiter comes over to you, and they're rude to you. And, I'm not trying to act like a snob asshole here, but of course when you go to a restaurant and pay money, you want the waiter to be, nice to you. So maybe if when a waiter comes over and he's like, "Oi, buddy, buddy, yes? Yeah, what do you want?" "Oh, well, I haven't finished looking yet, actually." "Right then, shall I just fuck off over there then? Hmm?" "Well, you don't have to be so vulgar, I'm just still looking through the menu." "You're a fucking cunt, you know that, mate. I'm gonna go fucking sit over there. When you're done jerking yourself off, give me a shout, yeah?" "Okay, yes, of course." When you're at a restaurant, and obviously that was hyperbole, but when you're at a restaurant and the waiter's rude to you, there is a thing, in my brain at least, I'm sure it's there in yours too, that, you think if this social construct wasn't around, the legal system and the consequences of my actions, would I just grab his head and bang and smash it against the table just repeatedly until his brains just start spewing all over it and his blood starts dripping down onto the floor? Would I do that if that social construct wasn't in place? And I don't know, to be honest. I don't have all the answers. Like, imagine, this is going to go off a bit of a different direction now, evolutionary perspective, as it were, but imagine you were living 10,000 years ago, in a period just bringing in agriculture, and just bringing in a growth in population and more interaction between different tribes. Imagine the violence back then, without a legal system, and without... I mean, there are certain Darwinian things in place, such as empathy and the willingness to work together, which stop that. But when you're within different tribes, and you already have the willingness to work together in those tribes, there's some serious violence going to go on if the two tribes clash. Because this is one group, this is the other group. If they want this land, they're going to fuck each other. And this isn't me just assuming that this is the case. I have read articles and I've watched documentaries on these huge grave sites from the Neolithic period, and they are very huge. I guess my point isn't really a point, more of just a stream of thought from me to you. But I guess if you want to attribute a point to it, I would say that it is that human beings have the capability, all of us have the capability, to do horrible, horrible things. I firmly believe, that we all would have the capability under certain circumstances to commit atrocities such as the Holocaust and mass murder. And that sounds horrible to say, because it is horrible to say. I don't want to fucking be Hitler with a gay-ass, gay boy emo haircut and a nice little tash and just walk around with my tits pressed out all the time going, "How do you do, sir? Heil Hitler." Fuck that. I was going to be that guy. But you know, I think under certain extenuating circumstances, all of us have it within ourselves to commit horrible evil. So when I hear, this is another thing, when I hear death penalty, kill this man, put a cracker up, put a firework up his ass, light it on fire and send him to the fucking moon, the twat, you know, etc. I'm just like, well, no, because we're all human beings. That's kind of archaic. We need to evolve beyond that. It's like when you get people in my college, for example. We had a survey. We had a show of hands question on who's for and pro the death penalty, and I was like, who's for and against the death penalty? Excuse me. And I was like a minority when I said I was against it. And then I turned to my friend who said he was for it. And I was like, why? And he was like, an eye for an eye. A killer don't deserve to live. And I was just like, okay, a killer doesn't deserve to live. So what about the person that kills the killer? Does he deserve to live? And he's like, yeah, but that's a just killing. It's like, okay then. So we're so conceited and arrogant as to define what's just and unjust when it comes to killing. We're not going to be like all killing's right and all killing's wrong. We're allowed to decide. And worse than that, do you know what? Honestly, I couldn't give a fuck if they kill killers and rapists. I don't care about them. Give me the fucking gun, I'll do it myself. What I care about is the government having the power to kill. Because we know, if you're well informed, you know, you've seen the stories about the innocent people being killed on death row in the unholy state of Texas. You know it, so like, how is that okay? It's not okay. I guess my main point here is all of us are capable of anything. All of us are capable of rape. All of us are capable of theft. All of us are capable of murder. All of us are capable of war. All of us are capable of pain and suffering. All of us are capable of anything. But, and this is a very important but, us with the intelligence to know that it's wrong, don't fucking do it. Yeah, all of us are capable of anything, in my humble opinion, but that doesn't mean all of us are going to do those things. That doesn't mean all of us have to kill our children if we break up with our wife. He was extremely, extremely wrong in killing his children. Extremely wrong. Just because there's a primitive urge inside of you to do something, it doesn't mean you have to do it. Same thing applies to fat people. You've got these huge fucking blimps walking around. Can't even get through the fucking door. I have to go in sideways. Like they're delivering a fucking shipping container. Got these fat fucks. They're like, I can't stop eating, I can't. Yes, you can. Do you know what you do? You don't give into the primitive part of yourself, which is hungers on a primitive level and always wants to eat. Because that's what Homo sapiens have had to do throughout most of their existence, our existence. So if you're some fat blimp, you know, just properly got tits all over your body and you get sweaty bending over to pick up a pen, next time you go to eat, just think, wait, I am an evolved human being, I have objectivity and intelligence, I am not going to eat this massive pie filled with a pizza. Just think that and then stop. That's not the point of the video, but just stop. Same thing applies to murder, right? Yeah, you're pissed off, your kids come in, you're like, oh fuck this, I'm going to get my wife back. But when, you know, once you've loaded the shotgun and you've cocked it, just think, do I really want to kill my 2 children? Do I really want to blow their little sweet brains all over the fucking wall? And then come to the conclusion that no, because that would be very wrong and I'd go to prison. So just put the gun down. Right, mate? All of us have those feelings of wanting to kill people or wanting to eat unhealthily. I can't even control the latter. It's very difficult. But, you know, most of us have the intelligence to not do it. I could honestly go on talking about this for hours, but I've got shit to do. So, if you liked this, could you please click like? If you disliked it, please click dislike. and subscribe for more videos. Thank you.